He needed a moment of silence. Nigga, we made it.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Captain Fox here, and wow, this episode, should I say episodes, this was probably the best Dragon Ball Super episode of all time. That's right. So let's just address the elephant in the room, shall we? Ultra Instinct Goku. So on paper, it sounds like he absorbed the Spirit Bomb and got power, but here's my thoughts on that and the overall review of the episode. So the Spirit Bomb crushed in between two things, right? So anything crushed into a smaller form increases density, overall making it harder or whatever. Like, for example, say you take some dirt, right? And it's just moundy, kind of flaky, kind of light, and you crush it together real small by both your hands, and it becomes a pile of dirt or like mud, like almost like a rock kind of texture, and it's harder and it's stronger. That's how I think the Spirit Bomb became a like more than just a regular Spirit Bomb when he threw it, because it was constantly being pressed between Goku's power and Jiren's power. And look at the episode, there's a part where it shows it being kind of like squished in, so to speak, like it's being pressed by both sides. That's why if you look at it, when Goku fell inside of it, it was kind of like a black hole kind of thing, because the core was being suppressed so hard, so it became more dense, increasing its overall strength. So I think that in itself also gave Goku a big power boost. But I think Wiz said that the Spirit Bomb only refueled his energy, and it was a catalyst to push Goku forward to unlock his potential. Now, I'm not saying that the Spirit Bomb itself was the sole reason. I'm not gonna say that, because I don't believe that the Spirit Bomb was the reason that he got the power up. Because like Wiz said, it was just there to refuel him to keep fighting. I don't think that him absorbing the Spirit Bomb was the transformation. I think that what it was, it like broke the wall for him. That power sent him through the wall to break his limits. See, that's why people calling it, limit breaker Goku, or whatever it was back then. So for those saying it was temporary, I actually doubt that, because if you think back, we thought Super Saiyan God was temporary during the movie, since he lost that, and now he can turn on and off like a switch, So let's not jump to conclusions just yet. And I think that this is the next level of Saiyan power we're seeing here. And like, can we just go over the form itself real fast? Like, it's labeled Ultra Instinct, which means it's instinctual. And instincts are things you do without thinking about doing them, subconsciously. It's things that are ingrained in you, like muscle memory, things you just do. And in other words, it's reactions and reflexes that you don't have to consciously think about doing, which I guess on paper would be perfect for a perfect form for fighting, since the body reacts and acts on its own without having to really think too much about movements, and can focus solely on combat. So yeah, Ultra Goku is kind of impressive if you think about it. Like honestly, if you look at the episode, like, he's moving in a way that's not thinking. His body is just moving. And I thought that was really cool how they referred to it as Ultra Instinct, because it's your instincts pretty much on steroids, on crack, so to speak, because he was doing things that he normally, like the sways and the grabs and the motions. It was almost like his body was just in like a trance, moving on its own. And like when Topo and the rabbit dude ran at him, he didn't move, he didn't prep for the fight, he just put his hands up and at the perfect time moved them, sway out of the attack, and just kept moving. Like normal, Goku would have like tried to fight them back or jump back with a backflip. He would, thought too much on his options instead of just, doing it. But can we discuss Jiren though? Like, whose mans is this? Whose mans is this? Seriously. The whole time I'm watching, all I could think was, yo, whose mans is dude? Honestly. Like, I don't know what this guy is, and it's actually bothering me. Like, why did he wait until his universe got practically demolished and bodied and decimated, and then wait till it's like, what, 3 or 4 of them left to actually do something? Like, it sounds pretty dumb to me, unless it has something to do with his power or using his power. I don't know. It just seems odd to wait in the shadows for so long. Like, I guess normally, you know, if you're fighting someone and you can't wait to conserve your energy, that's cool. That's cool. But in this setting where like your entire universe, not your planet, not your house, not your world, not like your solar system, the entire universe is gone caputo. Zero, zilch, nada. Gone, my boy. You want to just sit in the back and wait? That's kind of an insult to your whole universe, really, by not, you know what I'm saying, not putting in your best effort, not getting in there. So I thought that either they explain, I hope they explain later on, because to me it makes no sense. It makes zero sense how he just sat there and waited, just sat there while his whole universe is just fighting. And even Topo was just like, oh, Jiren's, you know, he's gonna be the greatest. He's conserving his energy. What? Like, I hope they explain what Jiren is or whatever at some point, because like I don't know, man. I didn't like it. Like, we saw Jiren power up once, and when he did that, it was to stop Ultra Goku's fist, and even then it didn't look like he was struggling, like, at all, which begs the question, why weren't the gods gawking at his power like Goku's power? I mean, it took all of that for Goku to go through just to make Jiren have to put in the inkling amount of attention and detail. It took Goku going from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan God, then Blue, then fighting in Blue, then Blue Kaioken, then Blue Kaioken times 20, and not laying a dent, and having to damn near die and getting absorbed by the Spirit Bomb to reawaken as a whole new warrior, just so Jiren could even try. The guide should have been like, whose mans is this? Like, okay, I get Ultra Instinct is probably a mode that they all know about, and it's probably some higher level of power. That's cool. That's cool. But the fact that Goku had to get to that point to fight this guy should be like, should we address? Because, like, think about it. These gods are often talking about mortal beings, you know, and how the power, it's like, oh, this power is strong for a mortal being. So what, doesn't Jiren kind of stand out for being this strong as a mortal being? I'm just saying, it just seems kind of weird. Which would, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's strange that the gods kind of were like, oh my god, Ultra Instinct, Goku, but Jiren is like, for a mortal being, he's on some other stuff, man. I don't know. But finally, as the fight between Goku and Jiren seems to come to an abrupt end, Goku intervenes and Goku's power drains. So he moves away, and Vegeta goes up to him and asks him, what was that? What was that earlier? And Goku didn't even know himself. I mean, when it seemed during the fight with Jiren, his pupils were silver, you know, or grayish. And then when they returned to black, it seemed like he regained consciousness of himself. But now that I think about it, it reminds me of the first time he went Super Saiyan 1, just a little bit. Remember, his pupils went away, and the way he got the form was he gave in to his carnal desires, his instinctual desires of wanting to be power and just fight back and win. And I think that we said that when he went inside the Spirit Bomb, he was trying to avoid it and repress it and fight it back instead of just embracing it and letting it take over and let him become someone else, which is how he broke the wall and broke his limits. You know, with each form, I think Goku's always trying to fight back against himself as a way to get stronger instead of just giving in to the power, which is what I think is the same thing with Super Saiyan 1, because when he cracked, it was because Krillin had died and he just had enough. He just had enough, and he gave in and cracked and became Super Saiyan. Now, let's keep going here. Now, shortly after the talk with Vegeta, he teleports away from danger and is apparently teleports smack dab right in Frieza. And before the episode ends, Frieza standing over Goku's body with a very menacing glare with what seems to be a death beam in his hand, and he says, "It's just like back then on Namek." And for those of you new Dragon Ball fans, he's referring to when Namek blew up, Goku was blowing up. Goku was standing over Frieza's body, and he had a big orb over his head, and he could have killed him, but he gave him energy instead to keep him going. Which, if I had to say, is 90% of what's exactly going to happen in the next episode. And it's like a nod to the old fans and nostalgia that watched Dragon Ball Z. Now, Frieza is going to give Goku energy, stay in the tournament. After all, I mean, it seems like Frieza has a lot of stamina left, honestly. So I think him giving Goku energy would mean nothing to him, because he seems to have a lot of shit to go, you know? So, man, I think it was the best one so far. Like, nothing comes close right now in terms of Dragon Ball. Well, maybe the Goku Black fight, because I really enjoyed that, but I still think this was the type of stuff that the fans wanted and to see it, and they got it, you know? So anyway, guys, like the video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment. Like, what do you think of the new form? What are your thoughts on it? You know, subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, and Captain Vox is out of here.